Welcome to video number 2 in the beginner series for Unreal Engine 4. On screen now you are seeing the Epic Launcher, which is the file that you would have gotten and downloaded if you followed the first video and went to unrealengine.com. If you have played the likes of Fortnite or you use the Epic Game Store, you will already have this launcher. So let's get straight into it. Settings: if there is an update for your launcher, it will appear in here. There are preferences that you can change. I'm not going to go through all of that. Desktop notifications, whether you want those, you can turn them off in here. The one we're looking at is Edit Vault Cache Location. I have an SSD 512 gig C drive and I have a 2 terabyte additional hard drive where I use to put all my files. And so the vault cache, hit browse here, you can see this is my vault cache currently. There are however many files in there, so you want to change it to whatever high capacity drive you want to use. You can leave it as your C drive if you want to, but just be warned that the vault cache can get quite large. So I've created a folder in here for the vault cache inside of my larger hard drive. Hit OK, hit apply, and we are done with that. If you're only using the launcher for Unreal Engine, this is the only button really that you'll be concerned with. This gives you all the options for Unreal that you're going to need. At the moment, Epic are running an Unreal Online Learning Challenge, where if you complete 5 courses in the online learning, you can possibly win a developer swag pack, as they're calling it. It's a backpack with the game developer Unreal Online Learning logo on it, an Unreal Engine water bottle and an Unreal Engine mouse. So anything from Epic will be in the Unreal Engine. Anything related to Unreal Engine from Epic will be in here. There's a quick link to the YouTube and Answer Hub. If you need help, go to Answer Hub or the forums. The Learn tab is where you have access to the Unreal Online Learning. This is a course-based website where you can go in, go to the content library, find a course that you want to learn something on. So let's scroll to here. The Kickstart on Blueprint, for example. You can learn how to use Blueprint. Here is a sample course that I've just plucked out at random. There are sections that you just go through and learn about here how to use the Unreal Engine learning portal. That's that. Also in here is access to documentation, which will describe certain features of the engine. There's a lot of documentation now on pretty much every aspect of the engine that you would want, and there are also content examples projects here. So if you click on this, you can create a museum style project where you can go in and see how Epic has set up certain things. So there's particle systems, I think there's foliage in there, there's a lot in there that you can look at and see how it works, and you can implement it in your own projects. I do recommend getting that and just having a little play about. Up next is the Marketplace tab. This is where you will be able to buy certain assets for your games. You can use them so here, generic medieval melee pack, 27.15. If you've got the money or you're coming towards the end of a project and you need some files and assets, you can go here. The free section is a great section. It has a couple of different options. Epic Games content is as it says. Epic's free content like Paragon assets, Infinity Blade assets are all in there. There are free mega scans from Quixel. So there are meshes and materials and textures in there. Free for the month is what Epic does every single month. They add different games that are free for the month. These are all free for November. In December we'll have some more new free ones. The permanently free collection is where creators will put their content once they no longer want to charge for it. So you can see like Rocket Art's stylized character kit here is now free. A factory environment collection, a city park environment collection. Go through there get what you think you would use, what you need. I've just gone through and gotten everything, because you never know what type of project you are going to be creating next. And what remains of Edith Finch content is now available for free, and that is in marketplace content. So the marketplace collection, has all the Edith Finch, I think it's all of the epic stuff basically. Infinity Blade, as I said, Paragon characters, there's everything in there that you might need. And then the library section is where we're going to be looking. This is where you will install your engine in the engine versions. Click plus and it will give you a most up-to-date stable engine version automatically. You can install the 4.26 preview engine if you would like. Click install. Be warned that this does take a long time to install. As you can see, my 4.25.3 is 33 gig in space, and then you'd hit update here to update your engine version to the next one. So 4.25.5 or whatever. Once it goes to 4.26 though, you would normally have to click the plus and install that version itself. It won't update automatically. Any projects you create are here. Let me just delete that one. This is the second time I've made this video. Any projects you create will be here, and the vault cache that we spoke about, mine on those files is nearly 14 gig. Everything you download from your marketplace will go into your vault, and this is where you can add it to your project, or you can create a project based on that system to see how things work and how things are. Twinmotion, I haven't used. As you can see there, it's more for real-time architectural visualization, so I doubt you'll use that button, but it's there if you're going to be going into ArchViz. So, creating a project, see the launch button in the top right hand corner. Once you have an engine installed, you can click that launch there. When you first open the engine, sometimes it can take quite a while on your first open. Obviously it's probably installing necessary files, and it can hang at around 45%, 75% and somewhere in the 90s. Just let it do its thing. It can take quite a while. It can just be straightforward. It all just depends on your system. I'm using, as I said, an SSD, so mine loads quite quickly, and these are all the different things you can make projects for. We're just concerned about games, so games. Next, templates have different things that are pre-made for you. So a blank project will come with no code, completely empty, nothing in there. You create everything yourself, and that's what I'm going to create now. But if you wanted a first person, you will start with these different types of assets. So you'd have a first person camera with a gun and the ability to shoot projectiles, and third person you can move around, there's animations in there, and there is also the ability to jump. But I'm going to go with blank. You can start with anything you want to, and let's call this beginner now, because I have a beginner series already. So it will not let you put spaces in your project names, so you can do underscore if you want. So we're going to call this beginner. There is the location that it will be stored in. That is a default folder. If you want to change it to something else, feel free. We are going to go with Blueprint, not C++, as C++ requires you to know the programming language of C++. I'm going to go with desktop and console. You can do mobile if you want. No starter content, because I'm going to add that later, show you how you can do that. Leave it at maximum quality, but it is scalable 2D or 3D, and I'm going to leave ray tracing disabled. And then click create, and that is your first project created. In the next video we're going to go over what you can see on screen now in the engine, and how we can add some content to our project. Thank you for watching all this way. Please comment if you need help with something, and please subscribe, as this will help me get started. Thank you very much, and see you soon.